So, I've said that you run faster when you run diagonally. You also jump farther. And you can do weird, weird jumps with the diagonal jump. Because the game... How would I phrase this? It's a little difficult to explain in words, but essentially... You can change... You have mid-air control of your jumps. And you can alter your trajectory by turning the camera mid-jump. So you can do some really wacky sequence-breaking things by diagonal jumping and turning the camera, which is what you have to do to get up there, up to that alien cliffside, let's call it that, via the diagonal jump. That, I do believe they... I don't know if they intentionally put that as an exploit, that they thought about you can use it in that way, but they did probably, the designers, consider how diagonal jump, or the uses for diagonal jumping in that way. What am I saying? Okay. They were aware that diagonal jumping was broken. How about that? And they kept it that way, deliberately. Down into the depths we go again. Man, something I've kind of been looking at the background, and look at this! We're gonna get sludge monsters. Oh God, they're horrible. You weren't here in the rest of the game. Why? You're actually cool. Oh, it's so disappointing. And here at last, final portal challenges. The ones that are actually challenging. Here's your platform challenge, and I think another one. After a botched jump. I think for a second to myself, let's just leave. Nah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna, oh God. I was gonna say a catchphrase, but then it went away. Oh, Lord. One of them is a platforming challenge, and I think the other one's a combat challenge. Boy, oh boy, dear, oh dear. And bam. Ultra health. Do-do-do. Let's go. Alright, Sludge Beast. They weren't there in the rest of the game. They're friggin' cool. But anyway, something I was noticing about looking at the level itself instead of what I'm doing in it. I am enjoying seeing just how they do little things like changing the color palette of the walls to indicate that you're in new zone, that you are making progress. And the other thing I'm noticing is that they very cleverly make use of different wall textures depending upon what I would imagine they thought of as different levels and sub-levels. So when you're near the basement, you see more of these kind of sewer tunnel things. And when you're in the upper floors, you see more of the metal grating walls. That's oh my God, that's cool. Man, do you remember the final level of Turok Dinosaur Hunter? You remember how awesome that was? There were crab monsters and triceratops with rocket launchers. Oh, those were great. Oh, and it gets even better. with me once again begging who made these levels, you know what we're also going to see alongside more and lasers! Resident Evil laser hallway! Oh my lord! We're gonna see that. I completely forgot about that. We're also gonna see anti-gravity chambers. How cool is that? You could just make this level the one that you do. Just, you know what? That's how I'll recommend playing the game. Just type in the big cheat, skip all of the skip all the levels, go straight to the Lost Land, and just go from there. That's Turok Dinosaur. And give yourself all weapons, and force yourself not to use the Chronoscepter until the end. Play it that way. Because the Lost Land and this level, they're pulling out new stuff. Look at this! There's your anti-gravity chamber! There's something new around every corner to keep you invested. Oh, and they give you a whole room full of them, and they just say, here, go to town, figure out how to progress. Oh, whoever made these levels, I hope you got a raise. In fact, I hope you directed Turok 2. It certainly seems that way. Because a lot of the levels in Turok 2 are exactly like this. They provide a huge amount of not only visual, but gameplay variety. Mechanical variety. Beyond the combat. Ah, there's the other fusion cannon. Which you can only carry with the backpack, I think a maximum of 3 shots with it, and those 3 shots are going to be reserved for Thunder. And if you need a refresher, Thunder is the cyborg T-Rex that we're going to fight. Which is probably the best fight in the game, but it's also, once again, you'll see. Ah! Still got hit by it, but that's okay. You actually become... It's so great. Just, I can't... Look at this room! Look at I'm getting hype over a room and what it looks like. Oh... Oh, something that's just lacking from every one of the other levels is this awesome visual variety. Sure, we're seeing the same textures, but they're arranged in a wonderfully, wonderfully varied way. I know I'm repeating myself, but I can't stop. It's so... Also, coming back to this is going to be definitely split into 2 parts, because this level is long. Makes me think that this level here, just this one level, takes up most of the cartridge space on the Nintendo 64. And that would probably be the reason why the rest of the levels are so samey and boring. They had to use up all the space for this. This masterpiece. I don't care that it's a corridor shooter now, and I'll take it! Ugh, pardon me. Ah, nope. This is the second portal. There's stuff to grab here. They're still handing out life force points. You gotta love it that you still see these. I haven't died once. I've died, if you want to know the technical death count, was 4. And they were all falling off of cliffs. They were all instant death. 3 of them were on the same level, and then the 4th one was... where was it? Where was the 4th one? Oddly enough, I think it was in level 2. I cannot distinctly remember, but the death count was 4, and they were all falling off cliffs. That's the point. I don't know. I would actually ask comments about that. How people feel about that. The only real setback the game has for death is, obviously it gets rid of all of your bonus health. It sets you to 100 health. If you had armor, well, you lost all of it. And you lose your backpack, so you have to get all of that back again. So I would ask, how do people feel about that? Should I have just taken it and shown it and been, oh, fine, I'll regain everything? Probably would have made the game harder, because I would have had to... Well, actually, no, it wouldn't have, because I've been at low health before. There have been several moments I've been at low health, and it hasn't affected anything. Still been able to go through it just fine. I don't know. Oh, right. Letting me know how people feel about the whole idea of only having a death persist if the enemies do it, as opposed to just things like a bottomless pit kills you. I suppose it goes to a debate about how how would you refer? It's the punishment principle. Essentially, how hard do you, as a developer or designer, punish a mistake? And I guess the feeling with me boils down to, I don't really feel that me missing a jump by an inch should constitute losing that much progress. Not only do you have to go back to the checkpoint, but you also lose, again, all of your armor and bonus health and backpack capacity. I don't know. Something to think about.